the ball game. Take me out to the field. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever go back. Do you know what sport I'm talking about? Yes, it's baseball. I love this sport. I still throw the baseball around, follow MLB, and occasionally I would go back to my old high school. Most people don't know much about baseball, but if anybody has a question about it, I could probably answer it. I've been playing baseball for 9 years, played over 15 seasons, and have been varsity for 4 years in my old high school. I can't explain everything to you about baseball, but I would like to talk a little bit about my favorite thing about baseball, and that's breaking balls. First, I would like to talk about the definition of a breaking ball. Second, the physics of it, and third, how to throw one. Now, what is a really good aspect of a pitcher? That's their breaking ball. You won't see an MLB player come up without a breaking ball. It just wouldn't work. Now, according to Wikipedia.org, the definition of a breaking ball is a pitch thrown in such a way that the ball drops or curves just before reaching the batter. Now, the breaking balls that I throw is a curveball, which drops straight down, and a slider. And for left-handed people, it drops and moves to the right. There are a lot of other breaking balls too, but I don't know how to throw them all. Some examples are a cutter. For a left-handed player, it cuts to the right. A screwball, which is the opposite of a slider, which drops diagonally down to the left. And a sinker, which is almost like a curveball, but I would say it drops more suddenly. Even though a breaking ball looks simple, it's harder than that. Yes, there's a science. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the physics of throwing a curveball, and a curveball has topspin compared to a regular pitch, which is a fastball. Now, okay, as you can see, when you put topspin on the ball, which you see the direction of the spin, topspin, it creates a pressure zone, because when there's a spin on it, including the seams has a good variable around it, it creates a drag on the ball. So when the wind goes around it, it comes back under the ball, which creates pressure. And because of physics, when an object is around higher pressure or lower pressure, it would go down closer to lower pressure. And that effect is called the Magnus effect. So because of the topspin and the lower pressure, the ball would drop. There's obviously other variables around it too, such as gravity and wind. Now that you know about the physics of breaking ball, I would like to teach you how to throw. And the first thing that you should know about baseball is the most basic pitch, and that's the fastball. And what's interesting about a fastball is it's the straightest pitch because you put backspin on the ball. And when you put backspin on the ball, the higher pressure's on the bottom and the lower pressure's on top. And usually, when there's lower pressure, it goes up, right? But because of variables such as wind and gravity, it's balanced out, which makes it the straightest pitch. Now, I'm going to teach you how to throw the balls that I know, and that's a curveball. So how I throw a curveball is I would hold it with both of my fingers closer to my dominant hand side, and I would turn it inward towards me. And when I throw it, it should come out of my index and thumb pocket, which creates top spin. And because of that, the lower pressure's on the bottom, the higher pressure's on top, which creates it to drop. And the second pitch that I throw is a slider. Now, slider, I hold it exactly the same as my curveball, but instead of letting it come out of my index and thumb pocket, I let it come off to the side. And when it comes off to the side, it should spin the ball sideways. And because of that, there's lower pressure on the side, lower pressure on the bottom, and higher pressure on top, and higher pressure on the other side. Thus creating a diagonal spin into a right-handed batter. And last but not least, I would like to talk about a little bit of my history. Well, one of my pictures are not here, but this one was supposed to be me pitching. It was just me going through my pitching motions and in 4 pictures. And this is me senior year with my father, getting the MVP award and first team in league. That would conclude what I would like to share about breaking balls. We learned about what breaking balls are, the physics of spinning the ball, and how to throw it. So next time you think that throwing a baseball is easy, think again. Because it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out in the old ball game.